But anyways, on to the last topic. And the last topic, there we go. Top 5 villains of power. Now I'm well prepared for y'all because I think I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for my list on here. As y'all can see up there at the headlines, headboard right here at the top. These are my 5. I know y'all niggas gonna disagree. So go ahead and let me hear it because I already know the one that y'all gonna give me pushback on. So before I give y'all a direct order, let me know what do y'all feel about these 5. You got your boy. You got your boy Mecca, Carter, Ronnie, which I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna have any pushback for that. Kanan, and Noma. You said Mecca over Noma. I don't have no order here. None of this is an order. This is just the 5 of all the power. Scottie Pippen is better than LeBron James. I can't say that, bro, because he got a little bit too much on it. But you know, I think it's closer than what folks would be believed to think. What you saying? Ronnie is number 1? Nah, I didn't say that. Ronnie is my favorite, though. I'll say that. Ronnie, that nigga. But I'm surprised ain't nobody coming for me for the top 5. That's what I was thinking. I thought I was gonna get pushback for it. Snaps, you know what? Wow, I don't know how I didn't think about that, but I think you might be right, Steve. Snaps and Pop probably belong on this list. Snaps and Pop definitely belong on this list. So I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all though. If Snaps and Pop gets on the list, then that means I gotta boot out. Honestly, I would have to boot out Mecca. I know y'all go attack me for that. Say, bro, how you gonna take out Mecca? I'll tell you why. But yeah, Mecca would be the one that's out for me to put in Snaps and Pop. So Lobos didn't make it for me. I thought about that support. To me, he was the best villain, like say the favorite one, because of his acting and how long he was on the show, and of course he was the first one. But pretty much what I'm ranking them on is how much power they had and what did they do. And for me, if you took out a major character of the show, that enhanced you tremendously. And that's how Noma was able to get into this top 5. So DeMarcus, you said your list is Ronnie, Mecca, Kane, Kanan, and Milan. Well, to me, Kane isn't a villain. So Kane is disqualified because he's not a villain. I mean, you can say he's an antagonist, but he's not a villain. Like to me, a villain is like the person that everybody is after, against for the most part. The one that everybody, the fans included, like, oh, I can't stand that whoever. Like everybody on this list, at one point, the fans was like, it's time for him to go. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't like him. They wanted him to go because of what he was doing. You can say that about Mecca. You damn sure can say that about Carter and Ronnie. You can say that about Kanan. You can definitely say that about Noma. So that to me, that's what a villain is. Kane isn't a villain. He's just a character. He's a likable character that's on the show, but not a villain. OG Jukebox should be on the list. So, Mike, I thought about OG Jukebox too. For me, she didn't do nothing. As crazy as she was and stuff like that, she took out a few people. And of course, she kidnapped Tariq. But she didn't take out nobody significant enough for me to put her on the list. She'll make top 5. Now, if they would have went with the original script, because the original one had Jukebox taking out Raina. Now, if she would have did that, absolutely should have been in it. But she didn't. So, I mean, low key, you can kind of even put Ray Ray in it. But Ray Ray wasn't, to me, he wasn't he wasn't a big enough character to be labeled a villain. These people, they were like the people that was terrorizing the show for at least a season or two. So with that being said, if I got to rank them, I'm going to read these comments first. The mind said Tariq is the ultimate villain. I thought about Milan too, DeMarcus, but Milan didn't take out nobody. He killed small time people who wouldn't even know his names. So Milan, he was powerful, so he qualifies that with that. But to me, you have to take out somebody of significance to kind of qualify for that. And if you don't do that, like your power, like how much you respect it matters. So I'm gonna rank that. Same with Jannard. Jannard didn't take out nobody major, really, bro. That matters. Would you consider Jason or Vincent as yes? Jason and Vincent were villains. But to me, Jason, wasn't better than none of these people on this list. Neither was Vincent. You funny as a guy. I mean, he's still not the villain, though. He was responsible for a lot of niggas' death, but he wasn't the villain. It's crazy that I'm saying this, though. It's like he low-key got a point, but he wasn't the villain. He just so happened to be responsible for all them folks dying. Like, the only person Jason took out was Alicia Jimenez, and nobody cared about him taking out because Alicia low-key was a villain herself. So what gives you really big juice as a villain is when you terrorize in the show and you take out somebody that the fans love. That's what really, really pumps you up. He let both Ghost and Tommy live on multiple occasions. All he wanted was to make money. That's true. That's definitely true, Mike. Which is why he's also not in. But anyways, let me go ahead and rank these people. For me, number 5 is Mecca. Although Mecca was powerful, you know what I'm saying, and very much feared, that's the reason why he still made the list, because he was a strong character. He was powerful. He took out some people, some characters that were known, that was on the show for a little while, but not nobody significant that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like if he could have even took out Lorenzo, they could have, ranked him up a little higher. But he was powerful. He's military trained. He had the federal protection. He was a good antagonist, a great villain, but he, what I'm saying, he still, it's not enough to rank him higher than 5. So next on the list, as far as the villains, dang, it gets hard after this, y'all. It gets really challenging after 5, because these remaining 4, You know what I'm saying? It gets real. So, man, this is crazy. I think number 4, I'm gonna have to go with. Dang, but they all so ugly, but that's crazy. I think I'm gonna have to go with Carter though. I think Carter makes number 4, and that's crazy to say this. I know it is really crazy to say this, but you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Noma. I'm gonna go with Noma. Noma, what got her so high is she took out a beloved character that automatically puts her in the top 5. And she's the most powerful of all of these people on here. She was the richest. She was over Mecca. She was the richest. She was the most powerful. She was more powerful than the Carter. Carter was asking Tariq them for help to, you know what I'm saying, help him be able to take down Noma because she was that powerful. She definitely was more powerful than Ronnie, even though Ronnie was ugly as hell, but she was more powerful than him. And she was more powerful than Kanan. So, you know what I'm saying? So that puts her in, and she took down Monet. Monet was like damn near the face of book 2. So that gives her a whole lot of, you can say Noma joke, that's cool. But at the same time, she took out Monet. That puts her up there. Nobody else on this list took out somebody as big as Monet's character. So that automatically solidifies her as a top villain. Even though we personally, as the fans, didn't like her. That's part of what being the villain is. So number 4, I'm gonna go with Noma. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Carter. And that's because Carter did take out somebody pretty big. He took out Tate. Took out Fat Tate. And he took out a couple of others, you know, smaller people. He was on Tariq them ass. You say Noma's trash. Okay, Noma's trash, but at the same time, she took out Monet. But yeah, Carter was extorting people. The nigga had the drug dealers on his payroll. That nigga wasn't playing. So that there ranks Carter number 3 because of his control over the streets that he had and how he took out a couple of people. So the mind was ignorant. And then we get to number 2. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Ronnie. Ronnie, as we know, aka the Hood Grim Reaper. I mean the Hood Michael Myers was going on a rampage in season 3 of Raising Kanan. I wish he could have stuck around a little longer. It would have been wonderful to have that nigga in season 4, and who knows, maybe he could have been number 1. But he did manage to take out Dane, and we thought he took out Unique. So we got to give him a half of kill for Unique because he damn near killed Unique. So the mind was ugly as hell, and people couldn't stand that nigga because of that. Like he was on people's ass, and then on top of that, he was weird as a motherfucker. He just was a good overall good villain. That mind was ugly as hell. But number 1, who owns the crown, is none other than your boy Kanan Star. That man was ugly as hell. Because y'all got to think about it. He was ugly for 5 seasons. Nobody else on this list was ugly that long. He was ugly as hell for 5 seasons. That there puts him up a lot. And then on top of that, he's the only one on the list who took out 2 major characters. Nobody else took out 2 major characters. He took out Sean and he took out Jukebox. And then the craziest part is both of them is related to him. The man is ugly as hell, bro. So he's absolutely, unquestionably number one. That's one thing that I know for sure. I'm certain on, and I'm not. I got 10 toes down on. Kanan is number one. Now the rest of the order, y'all can debate it, dispute it some, but Kanan is absolutely number one. The man was ugly as hell. They had to do something to save her weak ass character and justify having her for 2 seasons. Hey, I agree with that, Hezekiah, but hey, at the end of the day, they succeeded at it. She got to take down Monet. Like I said, they pushed her in it. She was powerful, she was rich, and she took out one of the biggest characters in power history. So that automatically pushes her to number 4, in my opinion. I can't wait to see in Origins how Ruthless Breeze, excuse me, and Mike, Breeze might be up here after season 5. We don't. The reason why he ain't up here yet because we don't know nothing about him yet of what he did. But I'm pretty sure when it's all said and done, he gonna be up there. Stand by, and I'm pretty sure he gonna be in this head. I like Monet too, DeMarcus, but hey, they took my girl out. Felicia was a, of course, but she ain't. She's not comparing to none of these up here. Noma is powerful and ruthless drug lord. She knows for her strategy, mind, and willingness to do whatever it takes to achieve her goals, including killing key characters like Monet. They wrote Monet out so that they can turn Diana into the next queen. I could agree with that, Mike. What's up, Marcus? You just got through missing my ranking. I just gave we on the last segment. I gave my top 5 villains in order using the characters you see up here at the top. My order, and you can tell me what you think of it, and feel free to people in the chat if you want to give your own order of what you think it is. But my order was number 5, Mecca, number 4, Noma, number 3, Carter, number 2, Ronnie, and the most hideous species of all, number 1, Kanan Stark. Feel free to give your opinion on it. Also drop your list. No one snapping over losing Anya was a good thing. Yeah. It was sad too, but I actually predicted that though. I knew Diana was about to pop Anya. Anything else that y'all want to add to this? To any of the topics really, but because I'm not going to be on here as long today. I was on there quite a while yesterday. Probably about to get ready to cut this off within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Merkovich. That glad nigga didn't do nothing. But yeah, like I told y'all, I am going to be going live to do a morning show tomorrow morning. Well, actually, it's already the next day. So later on today, I'm going to be going live to do a morning show. Ugly Ass Nigga News. I agree with Kanan at 1, but I would have to put Jason or Milan in the top 5. I don't know who I would take out. I feel that, Marcus. My explanation for the reason I had the list that I have, the reason why I didn't put neither Jason nor Milan in it, is because neither one of them took out anyone of significant. Like, although they were good villains, they didn't take out a major character. You feel me? Like, I pretty much made this about how much power each individual had, and whether or not they took out somebody big that the fans reacted heavy to it. It was like, I can't stand that whoever. Neither Jason nor Milan did that. They were powerful, but they didn't have that with them. The only one that I could possibly take out for one of them is Mecca, because he didn't take out nobody significant really. But Milan and Jason didn't even take out. Well, Jason took out Batar, so I guess that can be equivalent to the chef that Mecca took out. But see, I would say Mecca was more powerful than Milan and Jason, because he had the federal protection behind it. Plus, he had an army, so that give him the slight edge over them. And then Noma, like I told them earlier, took out Monet. Plus, she was the richest one of everybody, and I would say she was the most powerful. So you can't take her. I just don't work with Mecca being Zeke's father. Yeah, I feel that. That was a twist, though. I'll say that, because I didn't see that coming at all until like, and see, that's when Power was actually writing to the point that it wasn't predictable. Like I said, seasons 1 and 2 for book 2 was cool. It actually was realistic. It wasn't fake like 3 and 4. Anyways, though, any closing arguments or statements folks want to put out? So Courtney Kemp wrote season 1 and 2 of Ghost. That's why yeah, I agree. And I wish he could have stayed on board with it, because Milan, Unique, Mecca, Lobos, the Jimenez. It's not bad, but like I told you, and you know what? I was thinking about Unique too. The mind was ignorant as hell in season 4. Especially when he did the OC. That OC scene was crazy. Dre at a certain point was good. Yeah, I thought about Dre as well. Dre was, but he didn't take out nobody big though. Well, he took it except Donovan. He took out Donovan. Who else? He took out. You know what? Dre damn near should be on this list, because he took out Donovan and he took out Graham. Dre Slick was going there. Yeah. knocked out Blocker, Dre was playing around now. But he took out Pink Sneakers, even though she wasn't a person that she was somebody who deserved to go, so nobody really cared about that. Then he snaked Julio. You know what? I stand corrected. Dre's supposed to be on this list. Dre belongs on this list. I'm with you, Mike. We're gonna have to drop Mecca out and put Dre at that number. Put him in there. But that nigga wasn't playing around. He set up Diego. That's true. Yep. Dre damn near trophy. Dre damn near in the top 3. I'm tripping. Yeah, Mecca, my bad, bro. You gotta drop out and make room for my nigga Dre, because that boy went play it. That boy took out law enforcement, cartel leaders, um, soldiers. The nigga wasn't playing. And he took out Father Colin. He sure did. Bro, Dre is definitely number 2, bro. Dre is making an argument for number 1. That is wild. I'm almost ashamed that I didn't put him in this list. That is crazy. That is great, bro. Dre is making an argument for number 1 right now. That is wild. That nigga was going. That's true, bro. Dre's definitely top 2, bro. I gotta say he top 2. So maybe Kanan, Dre, Ronnie, Noma. I mean, Kanan, Dre, Ronnie, Carter, then Noma. Yeah, I thought about Brock, but technically, Kanan took out Brock. He just made him finish him out. I still can't. I don't think I could make him go over Kanan, because Kanan took out a lot of people. Plus, this nigga took out 2 relatives. Nobody else did no ignorant shit like that. And then Kanan actually took out Diego, even though Dre was the one set it up. Kanan did it. So that's another big character he took out. So there's three major bodies that Kanan took out. And you gotta say he's responsible for Brock partially. Serbian mob member in season 2. Now I told you Noma got to stay, bro. Noma took out Monet. I can't take Noma out unless somebody else surfaces that we could say can trump her, and I don't see nobody that can. Yeah, that's a good call on Dre though. Dre don't fall his way up in there. That boy ate his head. I was just thinking that, Mike. It's crazy you said it. I was thinking that in my head. I said if he would have ended up shooting his mama at the end of that Steel Dre episode, he would have been number 1, no question. Kanan, Dre, Ronnie, Noma, Carter. Honorable mention, Jason. I agree with that, Marcus. That's a good ass list. Yep, I agree with that. The whole thing. That's a good list, bro. Yep. But yeah, anything else? Any follow up questions, people? Because like I said, I gotta prepare for this morning show that I'm gonna do tomorrow. Got to get shit prepped up for it, and actually try to watch me some shit for tomorrow, and get a little bit of sleep in before I do it. Dre personally take out Assassin. No, on this pink. Yeah, I brought us pink sneakers. Pink sneakers was better than Angela. Damn, that was. What if we had a Miami Power spinoff? That'd be cool. I don't know if they're gonna actually do that, but they did film in there in season 2, so I don't think it's out of possibilities. Dre took out a couple of Jimenez hitters too. Yeah, when that was at the safe house. Nah, we ain't gonna put that on Rock Demarcus. We are not gonna put that on her. She asked for that. Rocky is ignorant, but she ain't nowhere near. Rock's not even really a villain. Shannard got the potential to become a good villain. He got the potential, but he hasn't done nothing as of yet to qualify him to be in the top 5. But anyways, folks, I'm about to get ready to check up out here. Appreciate everybody that stopped through. Like I said, I got to prepare for the morning stuff. Trying to do more material, add more stuff to the channel. So they think I'm Big Meats, Larry Hoover, getting work. But yeah, I got to prepare for this shit tomorrow. But if y'all also happen to be able to stop through in the morning, that'd be cool. If not, all good. I'm trying to develop a new audience for that. I mean, in that situation, I get it because keeping her alive is keeping her in pain. She didn't want to see her in pain no more. Right. But I'm about to get ready to check out. Everybody have a good, blessed night. See some of y'all in the morning, possibly. If not, I'll see y'all later on at the late night live for BMF once we get it. So either way, I'm gonna see y'all in the morning and at night. So 2 lives for tomorrow. But I'll see y'all.